And it's interesting, we got the what's your body count, right? We've been having that discussion a lot on my page about, what it means when people ask, what's your body count? And my husband never asked me what my body count was. And when I communicated to my husband the fact that I've been with so many people, I don't even know how many people I've been with, he couldn't care less. And that's the man that I'm with. What's body count? Should we be proud of how many bodies? There's nothing wrong. Like, it doesn't have to be anything.
Why men with self-esteem are disgusted by women with high body counts really shouldn't be something that need be answered. But given the catastrophic experiment in the freeing of sexual restraint in the West and the never-ending propaganda and everything from social media to OnlyFans mainstream acceptance, people have become so discombobulated from reality, it really does. We can see the endgame of the sexual revolution in the youth of today, with 2 out of 3 young men being single, but only just over 30% of young women. And what does this mean? Well, obviously, neo-harems are being formed, and the outlook on civilization because of this is pretty grim. Moreover, no matter how many BuzzFeed or Reddit threads you read or can see plastered across the internet that desperately plea for men to look past the increasingly extreme promiscuous nature of the average Western woman, there is actually a very real reason why high body counts disgust almost all men, even if they pretend they don't. Yeah. A key that can open many locks is a master key, and a lock that can be opened by many keys is a shitty lock. I see these videos where women are proud of the fact they have massive body counts to the point where they don't even know their number. So why should this be a problem for men, as we are told via every crap lib article, every cope and seethe post? Real men who are not insecure don't care about these things, right? Real men are not intimidated by strong, independent, sexually liberated women. But of course, that's not true at all. First, the practical side, health risks. High body counts come with high rates of STDs, and the kind of women who rack up high body counts, well, they're not exactly known for their cleanliness. Nothing more need be said on that. Then there's the issue of microchimerism, a scientific reality that makes promiscuity even more unsettling. In that, a woman's body retains fragments of DNA from every man she's ever slept with. Semen, cells, genetic material that lingers in her blood, organs, even her brain. Years later, traces of those men are still there, embedded in her biology. And a woman who's been with many men carries their mark, and no amount of washing can erase it. But more to the point, men care about a woman's sexual history, her body count, if you will, because it signals a lot about her character, her value as a partner, and her potential for loyalty. It's not just about sex, it's about biology, psychology, and the kind of future a man envisions with a woman. When a woman has a high body count, it raises red flags for men who are looking for a long-term relationship, commitment, and a stable family. Here's why. First off, of course, there's the biological basis for this. Men are hardwired to prioritize passing on their own genes. The fear of raising a child that isn't yours is primal. It's hardwired into our lizard brains. Women with high body counts are more likely to cheat, and data backs this up. Studies show a direct correlation between a woman's number of sexual partners and higher divorce rates. The more partners she's had, the more likely the marriage is to end. Now, this is not a guarantee, but patterns matter, and men notice them. Now, some women will argue, the past is the past. My body count doesn't mean I can't be loyal. And then they'll point to exceptions like a friend with an exceptionally promiscuous past who says that she's never cheated on her husband, as if that nullifies the statistics. But men aren't wired to ignore patterns. Exceptions don't disprove the rule, they just muddy the waters. Moreover, a woman who's been ran through by low-quality men, perhaps guys with poor hygiene, questionable morals, or worse, Well, she carries the imprint of their influence on her psyche. She isn't just a health risk. She's a walking collection of other men's DNA, other men's trauma, other men's expectations. To put it another way, it's like sliding your junk into a sock that 150 guys have already used. It's a trough toilet at a football stadium. And I should address this point. This isn't about double standards either. Men who sleep around, as they're known today, chads, at least have to work for it. It takes charm, confidence, maybe even money to rack up a high body count as a man. For a woman, it's easy mode. A below average looking woman can sleep with hundreds, countless men, because men's standards for casual sex are so low. And it should be said that there's nothing respectable about behaving like a man. It just turns her into a roast beef nightmare with an attitude to match before then hitting the wall and looking for a good provider. And at the end of the day, men who care about body count aren't just being picky, they're looking for a partner they can trust. All of this is straightforward when you strip away the pseudoscience and the Reddit psychological nonsense. Men are expected to work hard to prove their worth, while women are supposed to be the prize worth earning. The dating market, as talked about at the beginning of this video, the dating market's implosion comes down to this. Every man realizes no woman is upholding her side of the deal, while he's still obligated to play by the old rules. And that's the crux of it, plain and simple. Or just understand that regardless of how many rational explanations we devise for ourselves with the current "you go girl," get as many notches on your bedpost as you can. Men and women are just the same. The truth is, the sense of revulsion that men have for women with high body counts is instinctive and deeply rooted in human nature.